Welcome to Enchanted Tarot. This is for the sign of Leo. Please keep in mind that it is a general reading, so it will not resonate with each and every one of you who are watching. And so what we have here at the heart of the reading, first card out, the Devil. I feel like somebody is obsessing over you, okay? Or this is you obsessing over someone. All right, and so what I have here is I have to go over here first before I read those. What I have here is this Page of Wands in the reverse. Okay, this is this Devil. Okay, so these cards are connected, and so I feel like he didn't get what he wanted, and I feel like he lost someone. I feel like he could have even shot himself in the foot because he's very unpredictable, this fellow, and he's very hot-tempered. So he could have blown a fuse, and that's why he's in the reverse. So he could have got upset about something and ended it, disappeared, ghosted you. Okay, he was moving towards something because you can see he had the flowers, but what you also see is he walks with a cane, so he was injured when he approached you. Okay, and so this is the problem. It's that cane, that pain, that injury, the old injury, and we see it also being reflected up here. So it's an old injury that caused him to actually blow a fuse and turn in reverse, him or her. Okay, I say a him because it's a he on the card. But I mean it could be male or female, and so now they're in the reverse. Someone very temperamental, very moody, maybe didn't think what they were going to get what they wanted because maybe because of the injury a trigger was hit. Okay, and that set them off. So they blew a fuse, and so this is an obstacle that fell in the path of the lovers, basically, and the lovers' energy here. Because see, we have the Six of Swords in the reverse, so definitely something fell in the path of being able to move forward with this romance, with this connection. And so now this is where they sit. This is where they sit, crying over spilt milk. They realize what they've done because they have a guilty conscience. So they realize what they've done and are trying to find a way out of it. Now, it's interesting that on either side of this page in reverse, on this side we have the card of ill health. And on this side we have the same thing, different card. Okay, so yeah, and what's hurting them is the status card. So they've changed status, and this is what upsets them. So that's the same thing as saying they're crying over what they lost. Okay, so and they're obsessing over it. They're weighing up the possibility of a new child, of a new beginning. Okay, with the child on top of the Devil. This is what they obsess over. Okay, I feel like they do see things differently now with the child being here, but what they obsess over is the actual getting a new beginning with you. Okay, obsessing over you and a new beginning. They have some very strong feelings for you still. This person is possibly still head over heels in love with you. They are still very much emotionally invested in the connection. We see the lovers over here as well, so we saw it at the bottom of the deck over here, and we are also seeing it here. So it is still in play. And she is emotionally invested. She looks to the past, so they are emotionally invested in a connection that is behind them right now, and they're trying to figure out how to get it back. They're obsessing over it. They want it so badly. So we see with the lovers that the connection is still in play. This person is being very challenged right now. especially that we see the strength card is here, and we see it below. So it is above and it is below this devil here, and this weighing up of a new beginning. And so they're hiding the fact with the false prophet. They are hiding the fact that they are still interested in you. Or this is you. You're hiding your true feelings about someone, and the challenge is, in either case, the challenge is to tell them. That's the challenge, and it's a biggie. So it's a biggie, and this is why they keep putting it off. Okay, because it's not just to tell them how they feel, but they have to also admit to a wrong or a wrongdoing or a false accusation, because the guilty conscience is here. So this is not just about telling somebody how they feel, but it's also that they have to admit to having done something, and that is very difficult for them. Okay, having to admit that they were wrong. And so what happens? They keep putting it off because they're struggling with being able to find a solution to this problem. So this person carries a lot of ghosts. I feel like um, I feel like they kept a lot of things contained with this card sitting here. They weren't ready to talk about their emotional troubles, let's say, in the past. So a second chance goes on hold right now. It's on hold. And they definitely want to go back. Okay. Loyalties could have been in question in the past. This could have been a trigger that set them off. Maybe they felt you weren't loyal or faithful to them. That could have been their trigger. All right. But now they do see things differently, and they are definitely looking. Look, this fellow is so obsessing over you. Okay. Trying to hold on to what he has, wanting to get something back. Something's been lost. Everything else he has, he really clings to it, really holds on to it. He's so afraid of losing anymore. And so this could be why he keeps procrastinating. You see how he hugs all of his possessions here. So he's so afraid of losing. He's got a fear of losing. Look, he looks to the devil. So he's got a fear of losing. He may have a fear also that he won't get you back. He's got very, very intense feelings about this, about you, about this situation. And so this leads to this obsessive thinking. Okay. So things are not as they appear. I mean, if they could be leading you on, making you believe that they're not interested, making you believe that they just don't care. You know, maybe you haven't seen or heard anything from this person, but believe me, they're there. They're there. Things are not as they appear. So they're obviously keeping their eye on you, watching you, and you don't have a clue. You don't know that they're still there. So their challenge here is to step out of the dark and tell you that they still have these feelings for you, and admit to a wrong. Okay? Admit to a wrong. And this is a decision that they must make for the future. So they're looking at old wounds here, and they're looking at old wounds here. They're looking to unwrap an old wound. They had only put a band-aid on it because they never got over you, you know. Crying over spilled milk. So far, they're sitting in this energy. They have not yet made a move. It could be that they're afraid of what they might receive. because let's remember, they don't want to lose any more, and they obsess over that as well, but they are so very attracted to you. And so here with this particular magician, it is about a question. It is a question of, to start over anew or to repair something. I feel like they're not trusting. It's why they're procrastinating. They're not trusting. So the question on their mind is to persevere. It's the same, basically the same thing, is to persevere. Um, but the wound that they have may cause them to have illusions. Okay, they have a wound, and when they look at you, it causes them to not to see things as they really are. Okay, so they're afraid of being hurt. They're afraid because you have that power. See, with the devil, you have the power, that power over them, and they know it, that you could break their heart very easily, And so they're very, very wary. He's very wary. Okay. You both hold the desire to be with each other. You both hold the desire. But he is very wary. I feel like once he does step into the energy, because he or she is still emotionally invested in this connection. They obsess over it. They are so very tempted. If they can get over their fear, and I do believe they will, they are going to open up to you. Okay, they weren't ready to do it in the past, but it looks like they are going to be ready here in the future. So I feel like here they come. And this will have taken them quite a bit of time. Okay, but they are coming because he's very, very slow. They're coming forward with a plan or an idea. So they've come up with a plan and they are going to present it to you. They weren't ready in the past, but they are ready here in the future to do this and to open up to you. Okay, and to admit to their mistake. And so I feel like there is a happy event here in the future, but just know that it could take some time. Okay, it could take some time. Maybe even as much as a year before this is all said and done. Okay, because they're still hurting, and because they don't trust easily, and so and because they have some healing to do inwardly before they can heal this situation. Okay, so inner healing, and then everything else will fall into place. So this person is obsessing over you, and you have no clue. No clue. But this is somebody, I feel, who's like unforgettable. So I feel they're unforgettable, and they're also unpredictable. So I mean, like, they could just suddenly decide, bang, just like that. So it could take some time, but it may not either. But if they come to you sooner rather than later, they're still carrying a lot of injury. So you would need to watch for that. Okay, they're still carrying a lot of this emotional baggage. So you will need to watch for that. Be aware of it, so that you understand the shifting moods that they might have. All right. So you can have a positive outcome to this situation, but it is going to require understanding and patience, because you do have the sun. All right. And so I kind of feel, if lessons are learned, that this can move forward. All right, so just watch out. Like I said, if they come sooner rather than later, they're coming with a lot of emotional baggage is what they're telling me. Okay, so you have to watch for that. If they come later, there more of a healing has taken place for them. Okay, so it's like they're more ready. Here it's just because if they arrive sooner, it's just because they couldn't resist the temptation anymore. Because they are obsessing. They are obsessing over you, or this is you. And so that is what I have for you. I thank you for watching, for liking, and for sharing my videos, and for subscribing. Also, thank you to everyone who has sent in a donation. It is greatly appreciated. Many blessings to all of you. Bye for now.